All right, welcome everybody to the first episode of the Writer's Cut. I am your host, Edwin Acevedo. I'm here with the creator of Mothman and the new, soon-to-be most badass book coming out in Swarm. Shane, what's going on, brother?
Appreciate it, Ace. Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Late night for me. Usually not up this late before like a work type thing, so just waking up.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Uh, Anybody out there, please like, share, subscribe. I'm just going to tweet out that we are live here. If you know a friend who's interested in the writing process and all that kind of fun stuff, please let them know that this stream's going on right now. The main idea behind this stream is basically, for me to go over some stories that I've written and have put out, kind of go in depth about them, and also talk to fellow writers about their process, different forms and mediums that they've come across and how they kind of deal with storytelling on each thing. And yeah, we're just gonna try this out. And Shane's cool enough to join me for the first stream tonight, brother. So, could you tell
The
everybody a little
beginning.
bit about yourself? Yeah, well, I tweet this out.
Oh yeah. I'm part of King Toad Comics with John Joseph Ball. I'm sure you guys know Death, Death, Death. At least the indies side of things, people know him. Uh, but yeah, before we started the King Toad thing, and before I was even doing the comic thing, I was actually doing short chapter books, kind of like Goosebumps, more like on the child's kind of side of things. So they're about 20 to 25 uh, chapter short story, about 125-page novels, and I was doing those before Joe got a hold of me and said, "Hey, why don't we team up and you come join us on the comic side of things?" So, interestingly enough, I was doing that before the comic book thing kind of came around.
That's awesome, man.
It
How
kind
did
of
you
helps you a
find
little bit
that?
too.
Yeah, how did you
For,
find that process? As
well,
far as
again, being a '80s kid, I grew up when Goosebumps was like the biggest thing. It was today kids have TikTok as like the thing they talk about or a YouTube video. For us, it was like, what was the next Goosebump book that came out? That was kind of like the highlight of the 8-year-old in the '80s. Um, so there was a big influence um, with how I wanted to write later on because I like a lot of horror stuff, but um, I think it's really helped me with the comic book side of things because writing those short chapter books, you condense, a story for, short read period,
Yeah,
So, and then, I'm sure, as you know now, with comics, you have to explain everything and keep it, keep it kind of short and not, you have to fit a lot of information in a short amount of paper,
yeah,
you know, and I think that's kind of helped me because I've come across some indie books where I think some writers try to either put too much information in a book on the first one or not enough information. So finding that balance can be kind of a hard thing sometimes. I think if any of that made sense.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, so you realize writing, the few things that I have, I've written like the short story for Alterna, then writing the Ace, which is like a floppy, uh, but it's got different stories in it. So, it's got a couple of short stories, the epilogue, stuff like that. It definitely kind of forces the way I write them is different. And even like I did the written story for Passion for Drawing, which is the first time I've done anything like that. So I think it's really interesting for anybody out there to kind of go through these processes and kind of give your own thoughts about, this isn't somebody like telling you how to do it or anything. It's just like giving you some stuff about what we've learned. And, hopefully we'll be doing this more, maybe twice a month or something like that with different people who come on and talk and stuff. Uh, So yeah, the reason I chose this actually is because uh, one, I'm super proud of it. Two, I plan on I'm talking with the artist Avery about doing more for this and maybe putting out like an ash can or something like that later on this year. So you're gonna be seeing kind of these pages reprinted again, and then you're gonna get some kind of the bigger story with it. And I just thought it was interesting, something you can kind of. It's only 7 pages, so you kind of go through it page by page and kind of go into some of the idea. Uh, to start off, like at the beginning, I'm a fan of Alterna. I'm a fan of how they do things, and I've always kind of wanted to pitch something to them. So, kind of started coming up with an idea of doing their little anthology. This right here, it came out on a Wednesday where they do different short stories and different kind of sci-fi, horror, all these different things, and you can just kind of do like a little story. It doesn't really have to kind of be in its own world, in its own planet. You can just kind of experiment. And then, I've also wanted to do something different from the Ace as much as I love it. Just you always want to tell different stories and stuff. And I'm a big fan of Vikings and stuff like that. And I kind of wanted to mix Vikings with like superheroes and kind of tell like a fun story. This is like the first chapter of it, telling you basically how these Vikings ended up on this very kind of strange island, and then kind of seeing how things go from there. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. My artist on this is Avery Butterworth. He does some stuff for Phil and Lost Pages. Really talented guy, and yeah, I love his like as you can see here, the his black and whites, the gray tones, like it's just like really well the shading, all that kind of stuff. It's it doesn't even really need color. Like I think like anything I do in this kind of universe will just be like the black and white and the gray tones. So yeah, and you can see there at the ship you have the Vikings and you have the leader Eric making a toast. Uh, you have a lot of other Vikings kind of celebrating, and then kind of the hammer drops. Thunder starts coming up, a rainstorm. Then we go into the second page here. Blow this up a bit. A little more. And you see, this is one of the Vikings, the one on the end there. See if I can get some notes here. His name is Rhaegar. He's basically the oldest Viking. He's waiting to join Valhalla, and he's wearing all the wounds of war. He's basically the second in command, so he's giving out orders, telling everybody to prepare the ship. Then you see Arik. I love this panel. It's one of my favorite ones. He says the gods have a sense of humor. Uh, so the idea basically is that this Viking they just finished a successful raid. So they're feeling happy that they got stuff to bring back to their village, and they're kind of feeling it. And then next thing they hit this storm when it's just like open seas, and the idea of playing with like fate and the gods and all kind of that stuff was a lot of fun. When I was coming up with an idea of like how to tell this story, there's a lot of ways that you could begin it. I thought maybe I'd begin it with them fighting and kind of actually doing the actual raid. But then I figured like to get from there to like the end point, probably be like it'd basically be like almost a full book, you know. So the idea of kind of just cutting it to like when they finish the raid and they're on their trip home, I think it makes things a little more mysterious. You kind of want to know like what happened before this, It kind of gives you that kind of like I could even almost do like a prequel story, setting up the
Hmm.
raid, and then some of like the backstory of the characters and stuff. I think that's pretty interesting, kind of like choice to do. And like I said, I'm just big fan of what Avery did with this. Go to page 3 here. See, lightning hits the boat right there. The darkness, the rain. Then he gets picked out by the surviving Vikings who are on a boat. And again, the bottom panel there is like, seems the gods aren't done with me yet. Kind of playing. Basically, the this story is basically all about the leader, Arik, kind of giving you like insight into like what he's about, uh, and kind of like he's got like a bit of a sense of humor, some darkness to him, uh, and kind of hopefully you'll be able to tell why, like he's the leader and why he's respected like he is. You see their little funny moment at the top there. One of the Vikings is like, "Hey, what are you waiting for? Like, get me on the damn boat." And then you got a little kind of moment of silence for the other brothers who've, and then
Gone
you
to
got
Valhalla.
you got dry land, and then at the end again, like I like the idea of ending every panel. It's like basically you go into like what Arik's thinking, you know. He's like, "Thank you for your favorite today." So you kind of get these kind of little moments of them. Uh, then kind of right here, kind of starts giving you that it's a little more than just like a little Viking story. Pull this up a little more. Like you see, there's a little welcoming party that greets Arik. Uh, the guy ends up putting his hand on him, ask him what brings him to their city, and then you see, hits him right in the throat, and then ends up taking him out. It's like you see how quickly things change. You see like the kind of the funny side of the Vikings, then you see kind of like the ruthlessness, and you get a little more into what they're about. It's probably my favorite page on this. It's page 6. Yeah, see right there, you see the Vikings basically end up taking out the welcoming party. And this guy here is begging for mercy, but yeah, there's no mercy from these guys. Yeah, I love how he drew the eyeball there, like that close up, and you could tell the fear that he's experiencing.
Yeah.
And then final page right here, kind of does the little big reveal at the end. Give the little twist to the story. There we go. You see, they've taken over the horses and everything, and then Arik sees the city, and it's nothing like he's ever seen before. Uh, you see the
Oh yeah.
title there,
Some
yeah,
like futuristic buildings and stuff.
yeah. See the giant statue there. Uh, so yeah, written by me, art by Avery Butterworth, letters by SK.
And this
So
is gonna
yeah,
be in an Alterna thing, right?
it was. They did the campaign last year. I think it was the fall campaign. You can find it actually on their website, and this is what it has the awesome Kenneth Rockefeller cover, and it came out on a Wednesday, number 18. It's just $2 at the on their website, alterna.com. Yeah, it's got a bunch of fun other little stories, but mine is the last one in there. Got a nice little credit right there. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, the bottom, that's me right there. Yeah, well, this is super cool to get published in a company like Alterna, and yeah, like I said, you'll be seeing more from this story. I've contacted Avery, so we're gonna work on some more stuff. We're gonna kind of expand. on the story some more. And yeah, got some cool plans for it. You know, right now the plans to maybe think about possibly doing an ash can, but we'll kind of see kind of how things go. Maybe I'll expand it, maybe do a full campaign, but one way or another, it'll get out to people. Trying to see. I'll wait on the. I'll wait on some stuff, but coming soon, I'll be showing some more art from. I'll be showing the cover off. I just got the colors for it. We're probably gonna wait a little bit before we put that out. So yeah, that's Raid of the White Leopard, uh, officially part one.
Nice, man. Say, I mean, definitely adds to the portfolio. That always helps too, showing like
Yeah, for
different
sure.
range. You always want to
Hmm.
have different, show that you have different range of storytelling. You know,
Yeah, it's not just humanoid talking sharks or giant jacked dudes. You know, got a little Viking action in there too. So some mystery. And yeah, hopefully people dig it. Stay tuned to my Twitter for announcements and stuff. Like I said, we're working on some cool stuff. I already have some more art and stuff that people haven't really seen, but just about having something to put with it. I don't like to just put out stuff unless it has a purpose. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But yeah, guys, you can go check that out at Alterna website, or you can wait for me to put out the ash can later on this year, and you'll get those pages reprinted. And then, like I said, we're working on some more new pages and stuff uh, soon. So stay tuned for that.
do you have any
So,
more plans for the Bloodbone?
oh yeah, Blood Bones
Yeah.
coming. Get cooking. I got you might know working on some pages. You know, like I
Now,
said,
did you like
guys.
the platform that you put it on? Because I know it wasn't on Indiegogo. You had, I think you had to go to like a site or something to get it right.
It was through PayPal. I did set up like a landing page where people could see like the artwork for it and stuff. So it wasn't people weren't going in blind. So I did create like a landing page through Mailchimp, which was cool. You can get to see the pages, you get to see artwork, you get to see different kind of things, other stuff I was offering. I chose PayPal probably at the wrong time. There's a lot of controversy with PayPal. A lot of people weren't really feeling a lot of the stuff they're doing, so I probably hurt the campaign. But I was happy with the people who backed it and stuff. Like they're gonna get a really badass comic book. Excuse me. You want to just talk for a second? I'll see if I can grab the ash can.
Yeah, fine. Um, what to talk about? What to talk about? I guess I can do some updates on Swarm, my comic book. We got 20 pages fully completed as far as like inked, lettered, collared, all that. It's all done. We got 10 more sent to Eugene to work on. So it's going to be 50 pages. It's come along a lot faster than I thought it was going to. So it's awesome. It gave me enough room to get back in touch with Elia, who is working on Cryptid Legends issue 2, because he's about halfway through it before I really got Swarm going. So I kind of have stopped Cryptid Legends halfway through just to get Swarm going, because budget and all that. You
Yeah,
gotta be wise with your money. But yeah, since I got Swarm where I want it, I'm able to get Elia back on track with Cryptid Legends. So it looks like right now King Toad's going to have 3 comic books coming out this year between Swarm, Cryptic Legends, and Death, Death, Death. So pretty excited to be able to throw all that out in 1 year.
yeah, that's
So
awesome, man. Yeah, so I just want to say hail to Emega Arts. Thanks for stopping by. Also, General Piggy, who was here earlier first. Thank you, brother. Yeah, guys, please feel free to share out the link and let people know what's going on right here. This is the ash can for Bloodbone. You can see nice foil, beautiful. It's really, I think, you know, it's a little collector's piece. This is really cool. I also like the little foil on the back of it. And I'll probably have a couple extra copies. I actually had to order a second round because I under ordered on the first. So I'll probably have a couple extra ones that'll probably be looking to get rid of. So if anybody missed it, I might be offering it again for a limited time. The cool thing about that is, the foil ash can and everything as it's presented there is basically it is what it is. Like unless I do like a big kind of like volume collection of Bloodbone, those pages won't be in anything else. We'll be reusing the cover just because it's so freaking incredible. Ricardo just killed it, but it won't be foil. It'll just be like a regular, normal colors on the cover. So yeah, it's a cool little collector's piece. I'm super happy with how it turned out. Used a new printer for it, so I'm very happy with that. If I do the ash can for Raid of the White Leopard, I'll probably be doing the ash can through them again. I might be doing like another cool foil cover for that too. I kind of like offering these kind of exclusive limited runs of stuff. Anybody who is not familiar with any of my campaigns, when I offer stuff, it's just for that campaign. Like if you want the Ace second printing cover by Joe Ball, this campaign was the only way to get it. Like I might republish black and white, maybe like a print or something, but as far as like attached to a comic book, it won't be reprinted again. Same thing with any of like the covers, the Doodle Bass cover for Volume 2, Donald's cover that you see right back here. That's it. The only people who get it is us, the first run people, and then once I do second and third prints, there's gonna be a lot of kind of like basic, maybe the logo or something that it gets put out. So it's trying something different, trying to make these comics kind of more worth it. I like the idea of just offering stuff for a limited time, and if you jump on, you get it. If you don't, then you miss out. And yeah, like even though like I over order a little bit, it's not much. So any remaining copies of like have almost have none of like the Joe Ball cover is pretty much gone. I think I have a couple copies for myself, and that's pretty much it. Maybe a couple to send if the books get damaged or something. And I do have quite a bit of Volume 2, but like I said, I'll be kind of I might be offering them for like a limited time, and then if they don't sell, I'll be ripping them up and throwing them away. I can't have all this stuff in my home, in my apartment. So like I said, with the Donald cover, I only have like maybe a dozen ones of the Donald cover left. I'll probably have a dozen of the Volume 2 left, and that's it. Like I'm getting rid of this stuff. So if you want it, now's the time. You can always set up my DMs. Work something out. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes with me.
Into the incinerator.
Yeah, that's all right, man. Just rip them up. And maybe I'll do a live stream and burn them live.
Last chance.
Yeah,
going once, going twice.
Get the shredder out. Just be like,
literally,
all right, guys, who wants this? Oh no, it's gone. Yeah, and if also anybody is interested, I do have like a dozen or so of the Alterna comics for myself. If anybody wants them signed or anything, they'll be like $5 plus whatever the shipping is. So if you want to personalize or something, I can also do that just in case anybody. Because everybody knows I don't actually sign any of my books. I'm not insane. So that's really probably the only way you'll get like a signature from me. It's if you hit up my DMs and ask for it. Salute to all the guys who do sign. You're madmen, all of you. Like it's just I can't imagine the tediousness of it. If you're doing like 1,000 copies and you're signing each one, that would drive me insane. Even with like 200 that I sell, I would still not want to do that. So, yeah.
Just didn't feel like lining them up and signing them. You're like,
Yeah,
nope,
yeah, it's just not no.
pack,
It's
pack and go.
yeah, you have to pay me a lot more for that. You know, I don't think I'd be charging like another $25 just for like the autograph. She's like, how bad do you want it?
So what else you got cooking?
Ace Volume 3, man. I'm 4 pages in. Canales is churning them out quickly. I'm super excited. Anybody who knows kind of where the story ends, next chapter just gets getting bigger and bigger. I have somebody's working on the cover. I'm super when that gets locked in, and I mean it's already locked in, but once I get like the actual pencils and everything for it, like people are just gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm trying to level up at these covers. Donald killed it, Doodle killed it, Joe killed his. Now this one right here, it's gonna be another one. So it's gonna be a very talented artist. I'm super pumped that he agreed to do the cover, man. This is gonna be badass.
Now, do you feel more prepared going into the third one than the second first? Like, do you feel like the process is easier?
Oh no, I learned a lot in my second campaign, man. The first one ran smooth. The second one was a disaster.
Oh
Dealing with
no.
printers, getting multiple damaged boxes of books that I had to like basically throw away, like 200 copies of Volume 2 because they were all damaged. Dealing with delays from the printer. I had to use the second printer. That one, they were fine, but it's just a lot of delays because they're a lot slower than Mixum is. So it was just,
Oh.
boy. Like I said, I
Also,
still
so
had.
you didn't use Mixum on the second.
I did for Volume 2, but for the Joe Ball cover, I used another because
Oh,
they were
okay.
just. Like I said, I got like 3 damaged box shipments of like covers. Each one had different damage. I think no, 2 were damaged and one was misprinted, which kind of just pissed me the hell off. I was like, "You bastards!
The,
You're
the
supposed
worst
to
thing I
send
had
me damaged
happen
books." Yeah,
the worst thing that happened on my first campaign with Cryptid Legends was Preston Azevedo had to ship the original painting uh, overseas. I think it went to like the Netherlands. I think that's who originally somebody from the Netherlands got it, and it got water damaged from the travel and all that. And I was just like, it's an original painting, so
yeah,
it's not like I could just send like another one. So that kind of stopped my heart because it was my first campaign, and we went out to like we did all the necessary things we could. We got
yeah.
insurance on everything, so luckily the person was a good sport and he actually sent her more stuff uh, later on, and the damage didn't like totally ruin the painting, but it was enough
Yeah.
to make me go, man, I don't know if I want to do that for another
Yeah,
campaign.
nah. Once you go overseas with anything valuable, you're just rolling the dice, man. Like it's
Yeah,
the postal service has become such like a clusterfuck. It's not even like the rates are going up for just sending basic stuff, charging you like $10. Like it's crazy, man. People have no idea. Like the reason
I
like
know.
the shipping on books is so high is because the postal service just fucking us. Like at this point, I mean, just like sending a Gemini, it's like $5-6. Now it's
Yep,
like
it's like
nine,
nine.
$10. Yeah,
Yep,
it's like it's just that's brutal, man. So there's only so much creators can eat. So yeah,
exactly. Like even for me, once I get my second book out and all that stuff, well, obviously it's gonna be more pages anyway. So, luckily with the cryptid, it's a floppy, but I'll probably still end up having to. I got it on sale right now on Etsy, but I'll probably end up boosting the price up just because between shipping, Etsy taking a cut, everything, the time, you know, and getting it printed. I mean, everything you have to put into consideration of
mm-hmm.
the shipping from you to get it to your house from a printing company that you paid to ship it off, and yeah, just so much money goes into it. So when people's like $15 for a comic, I'm like, well, that's the indie world.
Yeah,
Like we pay a lot just to to get to a consumer, you know.
yeah, man. It's just some of the struggles of I'm a writer, but we wouldn't have it any other way, man. Like I said, I'm looking to put out
Nah,
multiple projects this year. I'm really just looking to like just go full tilt. It's because it's one thing like all the headaches and everything. Once I have a copy of volume two in my hand, like it's just like this is the best, man. Like I go through it, and I'm just like I'm cheesing because I'm a fan of it. Like the idea that I basically facilitated in creating this, kind of making that 13-year-old Edwin's dream come true, and being able to tell stories and look at this amazing cover, like they're like, how could you not get excited about that? So yeah, man, like I'm super pumped for Ace Volume 3, some more Bloodbone, Raid of the White Leopard. Man, who knows what else could pop up, man? Like I always say, stay tuned to my Twitter. That's where I kind of give everybody breaking news or whatever. But yeah, this year I'm looking to go all out. I've already got, like I said, four pages into Ace. Got a couple pages of Bloodbone already in. Like I said, just finished up locking in, doing more pages with Avery for Raid of the White Leopard. You know, emailing people, DMing people, like it's on now. Like I'm trying to make
Yep.
that full court press. So trying to get the numbers up, the projects up, the turnaround time up, all that kind of stuff. So
Do you got
uh,
is Canales doing issue three?
yep,
Yeah. Okay.
Canales and Howe are gonna be doing three. Like I said, cannot wait to announce the artist. I'm gonna wait till I get the finished art in before revealing the cover artist. Cool thing about like the books is like I just do one cover for each, but it's a special cover. Like each cover is like has to stand on its own and kind of has to challenge the last one. With Doodle
Well,
Bass
that's the
Kid,
other
the
thing.
last one.
People learn as well is you watch what other people do and see what works and what doesn't work. And I think most people might agree. I could be wrong, but I think two is probably the max you want to go on covers, anyways. One or two. Three is pushing it, but then you see like a campaign that has like four, five, six
Yeah.
covers. I think it starts kind of
Yeah, I
turning
start to roll
away.
my eyes when I'm looking at I'm just
Yeah,
like
it's just too
another cover
much.
here. She's just like, all right, bro. Like
Yeah,
you couldn't decide. So Hail
I would
Ray
have had them
is
as like
for Stopping by,
prints.
brother. Yeah, we'll have some cool prints and trading card and all that kind of fun stuff. Might have some 6 a.m. stickers. I gotta hit him up. He did a tremendous job with them. Like they're so cool. Like I have a little niece, and it's just like she loves them. I always hand her some, and she's always like sticking them everywhere and stuff. Speaking of his brother, that Hardline poster, people don't know about that. Like people really just. It's a shame. Anybody who missed out on that, I think that's one of the coolest things that has been a part of any campaign. You got in the back there, man.
Oh
That's
yeah, 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 yeah.
it's
Right
just
there.
it is so badass. People have no idea. Like like that's a real collector's edition right there. The first ever. All this different artist, letter, colorist, all of that. So it's the stuff that, like I said, like offering different things. Like we offered that was the poster version of the Donald cover. Like I said, very limited. Only however many people got it. Like I think I have like maybe two or three left. Like because like I said, when I order these stuff, it's just a little bit over the top. Anything I'm keeping like 5, 10, and they're just basically for me. If I want to give it to like people and just introduce, like I might be doing like a local con. Maybe I'll bring some of that stuff and just kind of show it off to have show people different artwork and stuff. So yeah, it's cool, man. Like when you get to see your own creation, especially as a writer, you get to see all these badass artists kind of just kill it and just do amazing pieces. Like it's incredible, man. It is like it's like when you first discover comics for the first time.
Correct. Yeah, yeah. But you get a little bit of control in it. That's what
Yeah,
makes it even better.
I don't know. What you what's up with that hoodie, baby? Tell the people about that.
Like the Mothman. This I
Yeah.
got this actually from the Mothman Festival about 4 years ago or
Oh,
so.
that's awesome.
Yeah, big Mothman fan. So they
I mean,
finally.
like I really dug like the first one, man. Like it kind of surprised me. I'm not like a cryptid dude, so I didn't really know what to expect. But by the end of it, I was like, yeah, this is good, man. Like I kind of want to see what happens next. So
Yeah, I
anybody who
wasn't too
hasn't,
sure coming into the community. Like I didn't know, how well monster horror kind of like comic would do compared to like more of the superhero stuff
Yeah,
going on. But I was surprised. I was happy with my first campaign,
yeah,
so
man.
enough to get me going for the second one, and which going to have a lot more of the cryptic creatures in it. The second one's going to have more than just like Mothman. You're going to have about I think I squeezed in about nine different
Ooh,
cryptids.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
man, and you already know how pumped I am for Swarm. That's gonna be so badass. Like, we've seen some of the pages and stuff. It's gonna be killer, man. That's we got to get together and do that. The Ace
I
Swarm.
know.
We
Yeah,
gotta figure that out. But
exactly.
yeah, that's gonna be dope, man. So yeah, so,
End up
yeah,
doing like
guys. I think. Go ahead.
doing like a 4-page cut in there. We'll just have the
Yeah, hey,
Ace and Swarm just team up and
let's go.
bash the face of
We
somebody.
can have a lot of fun with that. I think the characters blend well together. So there's
Yeah,
definitely a lot of possibilities. So, but yeah,
the
man,
crossovers begin.
hell yeah. We're gonna close this out. It's been about 40 minutes. So first off, thanks again for coming by and hanging out. Let them know where they can find you and all that fun stuff.
Oh yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, even the great TikTok. Shane Mess is throwing stuff on TikTok for no
There you
apparent
go.
reason.
Yeah, you
But
got it.
yeah, look up King Toad Comics. You either find me or Joe. Uh, and yeah, look forward to see what we can bring the audience. Hopefully, everybody's liking everything that we've been throwing at them, and we've been delivering. So actually, even Ace has delivered everything. Everybody on the hard line, you know, we're definitely a group of people that we've been putting the books out. For people that say that we don't put books out, we do.
Yep. It's a lot of finished campaigns on this side. There's going to be more. I know Passion is ordered Tales of Nova Terra,
Yep.
so you should be getting them in, and we should start shipping those out soon. Like I said, I'm still waiting. I think I have like 4 or 5 shipments of Bloodbone I got to send out. Like I said, I under ordered, so I just sent the reorder because this is like a smaller company. They just take a little longer. But as soon as I get them in, they'll be shipped out. I already have the supplies and everything, so I'll get them out immediately to the 4 or 5 people waiting on them. I think I have like a shirt also that I have to send. So yeah, I'll get those out as soon as I get everything in. And yeah, just look forward to more stuff. You can follow me on Twitter at Edwin Aces. Please share the link to this. Maybe people can catch it on the replay. Like I said, I'll be looking to do maybe 2 a month, talking with different writers about different stories. The next one, I will be talking about the Ace Volume 1. I'll be going deep on that. So it'll probably be a little longer episode and kind of go in depth about his story behind the Ace, kind of my idea as a first time writer, creator, all that kind of fun stuff. And yeah, like I said, we'll keep going through these. Eventually, I'll do Bloodbone or I'll do Ace Volume 2. Might do Tales of Nova Terra. Like I said, that should be shipping out in the near future. So when I get my copy, maybe I'll go through that. And, maybe a couple other things. We'll kind of see how that goes. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining us. And you guys have a good night. And we'll see you on the flip